Hello, dear friends. In this video, we are going to see about first and follow function in LL of one parser. So we know what is parsing. Hope you have listened to the previous videos. So what is parsing means? It is a process of checking whether a given input string can be derived from the given context-free grammar or not. So if I want to simply say, I want to check whether your input string is free from all the syntax errors. So that is what the objective of parser. So there are two types of parsing, top-down parsing and bottom-up parsing. So top-down parsing has an algorithm LL1 parser. So if you want to use this algorithm, before parsing, we have to find the two functions first and follow. So in this video, we are going to see how to find the first and follow functions. For that, I have taken some 4 examples so that when I solve different examples, you will be very clear about how to find the first and follow function used in LL1 parsing. So LL1 means scanning the input from left to right, and the next L stands for leftmost derivation. So for this parsing, we have to find these two functions, first and follow. So what does mean by first? First means, for example, when I say if I want to find the first of yes, which means when I derive this yes, for example, let me explain you like this. So we know that yes, when I am using this yes derivation, so we can understand from the given context-free grammar, yes can be said to as A, B, C, D, E. So when I derive using this yes, what will be the first symbol in the generator string? So when I say A derives, so it is A, B, C, D, and E. So this is what the derivation of yes. And so A is a non-terminal. So I cannot stop with it. So I have to say what is A. So A can be A, right? Small a, or it can be epsilon. So what is the first thing or first symbol which I get when I derive yes is this small. And I have an alternative for A as well. It can be epsilon. Epsilon means empty string, nothing. So which means this cannot be also there. So who is the next input symbol? B. So what is the derivation of B? So B can be small b. So what in this case, what is first of yes? So whenever I generate any string out of this derivation, out of this production yes, I will get b. Also, there is an alternative for epsilon, for b, that is epsilon. So, which means empty string. So, this can also not be there. If in this case, we have c as my first string. So, if I substitute c, so what is the production for c? C can be derived as small c. So, this can be derived as small c. So, in this case, what is first of yes? It can be c. So, I have 3 alternative for first of yes. So yes can be sometimes A. So whenever I generate any strings out of this production, so who will be the first string coming out of that? So sometimes it can be A, it can be B, it can be C. See, why I stopped here is for C there is no alternative of epsilon. So always either it can be A or B or C. So what is first of yes? First of yes is sometimes it is A or it can be B or it can be C. I hope you can understand, right? So let us take the next example so that you will understand it little more clear. So we done with first of yes. So what is the next production we have is first of A. So when I write this production A derives A or epsilon. So using this production, whenever I generate any string, either it can be and epsilon. So if it is a terminal, then there is no problem. Directly you can write. If it is a non-terminal, then only have to derive it. So there is nothing to derive from the small a and epsilon. So that's it. Similarly, when I write the next production, B derives B or epsilon. B also is a terminal, epsilon is a terminal. So we can, that's it. Nothing else more than his, right? So either it can be B, small b, or epsilon. So when you see C, for example, when I take a production of C, in C, you have only one symbols to be generated. So that is capital C derives small c. So that's it. So whenever I generate any input string using this production, it will give only C. So that is the first symbol generated from this. And next D derives small d or epsilon. So both are terminals. So either it can be D derives small d or D derives epsilon. So I have two alternatives. D can be small d or epsilon. So I'll write D or epsilon. So what is the meaning of actually all this? Whenever I derive some input using this production, who will be the first symbol? That's it. And when you take the next production of E, so E can be either, so what is the production? E derives small e or epsilon. So whenever I derive or I get any input string using this production, either it will be giving small uh, e or epsilon. So that's it. Nothing else will be. So this first of e is either it can be e or epsilon. So it can be E or epsilon. Hope you got it. So first is very, very easy. So when using this production, when I derive a input string, so what will be the first symbol or first terminal which I get out of it? That's it. Okay. So what is the next? So that's about the first function. So now we are going to check about follow function. What is follow function means? So you have to take all the terminals and you have to say who will be following after this symbol. That is what follow. Who will be following next to me? After me, who will be coming? And that is follow. So in this case, when you this is the start symbol of this grammar, right? So when you take the start symbol to denote the end of the input string, we use dollar at the end. So given input string and for always the derivation start with the start symbol, right? So yes, and all its derivation followed by finally you have a dollar at the end to denote the end of the input string. So for start symbol, always who is its follower means dollar. By default, for all the start symbol, this have the start symbol have followers dollar. After that, we can include whatever it may be. So the first follow of start symbol S is dollar. Then what you have to see in all the production, see in the right hand side where S is coming anywhere, nowhere else this capital S, that is non-terminal S or the start symbol S is coming. So that's it. I'll stop here. So this start symbol S has only one follow, that is dollar. Okay, so let us go to the next one. Now, the next non-terminal is A. So if you look at A, you have to see in all the right-hand side of all the production, after A, what will be coming? So if you see in the right-hand side, only this production, S derives A, B, C, D, E, right? Only this A is coming in, nowhere else in the right-hand side, A is coming, right? In any of these productions. So here is only. So now what I said about follow, who is following me? So who is following A? After A, who is coming? Let us follow. So if you look at after A, who is coming? B. So if it is a capital B or if it is a non-terminal, we have to find the first of B, which means we have to only write the terminals in the first or in the follow. And one more thing you have to remember, in follow, epsilon will not come. For first, you can include epsilon in this, but in the follow, epsilon will never come. So let us discuss. So who will be following A? Following A is B. So what are the derivations for B? So, or you can easily see first of B. What is first of B? First of B is B or epsilon. So, either it can be, B can be substituted as B. So, it can be B. So, we have one more alternative for first of B, right? That is epsilon. So, if I make it as an epsilon, which means nothing, who will be following A? Who will be following A? C. So C is again a non-terminal. So you have to find first of C. Who is first of C? First of C, we have only one alternate. So it is C. So this can be derived as C. We don't have anything else, right? First of C is C alone. So A can be either followed by B. Since we have epsilon, this can become empty. In that case, who will be the follower of A? C. Followed by A, who will be coming C. So first of C is C. Only C doesn't have epsilon. So either it can be B or C. So here you will get C. So the follow of A is either it can be B. If we become epsilon, then it can be C. Hope you got it. We'll see many examples. You will understand it a little more clear. So now if you see B, capital B, who is the follower of capital B? So that is what you have to write, see. So let me write the productions once again in this case. A derives A, B, C, D, E. So now we have to see about who this B. Who is the follower of B? So who is the follower of B? It is only C. Since C is a capital or non-terminal, we have to see the first of C. What is first of C? C. So C alone, nothing else. Because followed by B, we have C. For C, the first of C is only C. So nowhere else in any of the production we have capital B. So that's it. Now, what is the next thing? C. What is the follow of C? So here we have C in the right hand side only we have to say, right? So let me write it once again. S derives A, B, C, D, E. Now we have to see who is follow of C. Who is following C? So who is following C? So if you see, who is following C? That's what we want to find. C is followed by whom? D. So we have to say first of D. First of D, we have two options. One is small d and epsilon. So one option is D. So let's say, right, D here. And first of D also have another alternative or epsilon. So meaning what? This can be epsilon also, which means empty. It cannot be there. In that case, who is the follower of the C? E. So you have to say first of E. Who is first of E? E and epsilon. So E have an option, either it can be E. So C can be followed by E means in that case, who will be following? Small e will be following. But you can see this also have an option of epsilon. So if this become epsilon, which means empty, so nobody is following after C. If nobody is following after C, now the rule is we have to find the follow of the left hand side. So who is the follow of this production? Who is, nothing is coming. If nothing is see who is the follow of left hand side. In the left hand side, we have capital S. So who is follow of S? Follow of S is dollar. We have already found it here, right? So we have to include that here. Right? If you have any doubt, once again rewind it and look at it again. So we have done it. Next, we have to find the follow of D. So how do you find the follow of D? In the right hand side of all the production, you have to check whether where D is coming. So if you see in the S production alone, we have D in the right hand side. So now we have to see this. Who is following this D? Who is following D? E is following. So we have to say the first of E. So what is first of E? It can be small e. So first it can be small e. So first of follow of D either can be small e. But you can see here E can also be an epsilon. So if this gonna be an epsilon, epsilon means what? Empty string, nothing is there. In that case, if nothing is coming, what I said, you have to take the left side and you have to find the follow of that. So what is follow of left hand side, that is capital S? Already we have found it is dollar. So here, first follow of S is dollar. So here we have E and dollar. Now the last thing, what is follow of E? So again, what I said, whenever you want to find the follow, you have to see all the right hand side of the production. So if you see in all this production, where is E is coming? Only in this production we have E. So let me write, yes, derives A, B, C, D, E. And if you look at this one, who is following E? E is followed by nobody. So I have to do what? Go to the left hand side. So when you come to the left hand side, that is yes. So we have to find the follow of yes. What is follow of yes? Dollar. So we have to write dollar. And you can see nowhere else in the right hand side of the production E is coming. So that's it. Right? So this is how we have to find the first and follow of this particular context-free grammar. Hope we have got some idea. Now let us take the second example and we'll discuss so that you will be little more clear about it. How to find first and follow. So now, first we have to take the first symbol, non-terminal yes. So here is the first of yes. So let's, to make you understand, let me write it again. Yes can be B, D, right? Another S can be C, D. So S can be of two types. Two production is there for S. Either S can be capital B, small b, or it can be capital C and D. So let us discuss about this first. In this case, if S derives capital B and small b, and whenever I get some symbol out of it, who will be the first symbol? This capital B. So, but this capital B is what? It is a non-terminal. So, we have to find the terminal. Until terminal, we have to derive it. So, for B, we have to go and see B. What is the B's derivation? So, B can be derived by either as this one or this one. So, in this case, B can be derived as A and capital B. So when I derive yes, so I got this. This first symbol is a non-terminal. So again, I have to derive it. But when I derive B, I got A, small a, it's a terminal, it's the first symbol. So I can write one first is A. Now we have another alternative for this B, right? So one is this. What is the another alternative for this one? It can also be, see here you can see, B can also be epsilon. If this gonna be an epsilon, which means nothing is there, who will be the first of this? Yes, this B. Consider if this is epsilon, so an epsilon means nothing. So if nothing is there, who will be the first symbol when I derive? Yes, I'll be getting B. So this can also be B. So this production is done. So we got it. Now yes has another one, right? This is also the production of yes. So for this case, when I write this, yes derive capital C and small d. And C is a non-terminal, so we cannot stop it here, right? This cannot be the start symbol. So far, we have to further derive this capital C. So come and see what is capital C. So capital C can be small c or capital C. So now we got as a first symbol when you keep on deriving, we got a small c. It cannot be further derived. So the first of yes can be small c. So these are the different options when I derive yes, and when I bring my input string, either it can be A, B, or C. Now, if you look at this C, we have one more production for C. What is that? It can also be an epsilon also. So, we have another option here. Sometimes the C can be epsilon also. What is the meaning of epsilon? Epsilon means nothing will be coming. So, if nothing is in this place, who will be the first string you will be getting when I derive D, right? The small d. So, small v. So these are all the first of this capital S. Hope you got it. Now let us see the first of capital B. So when I derive, so when I take this production and when I derive some symbol out of this production, who will be coming? So let me write B derive A capital B and epsilon. When I derive some string out of this A and capital B. Now if you see here, this A is a terminal. So whenever I derive something out of this production, who will be the first symbol I'll be getting? It is sure the first symbol will be A, right? But now we have one more option for B. B can also be what? Epsilon. So as I told you, B derives AB. So in this case, A is the first symbol. And one more alternative for this is epsilon. So epsilon is also a first. It can also be epsilon. Okay, what is the C? Now you can easily see when I derive C, who will be the first symbol? If first symbol is a terminal, then it's very easy. Directly you can write. If the first symbol is non-terminal, only you have to derive it and see. So now first symbol is C, and you also, what is the other protection of C? Whenever you derive something using C, either it can be small c or it can be epsilon also. Epsilon is also terminal, so directly write it. So that's all about first. Now we have to find the follow of every non-terminals. Follow means what? Who will be coming next to me? Next to me or next to that particular symbol. That is follow. Who is follow me? So now let us see here. Now we have to find the follow of yes for this one. So if you see in all the productions, nowhere S is coming in the right side. So already I told you for always for the start symbol here, S is the start symbol, right? First productions, first symbol is a start symbol. So if S is a start symbol, followed by all the inputs in at the end you have dollar. So by default, start symbols follow is dollar. And I stop here because nowhere else in the right hand side of the production S is coming. So that's it. And now let's look at the follow of B. So B means you have to see in all the right hand side of the production wherever B is coming. So when I write this here also I have a B. Right? In this production I have a B. So in this production. So who is following B? This capital B. For this is followed by a small b. So directly I can write B. Right? And you can see here also B is coming, capital B in the right hand side, but followed by nothing is there. So nothing is there means you have to see the follow of the left hand side, that is capital B. So that's what we are finding, right? So nothing else is there other than B. Now we have to find the follow of capital C. Look at wherever capital C is coming. So here in this production, yes, derives capital C, D. So here it is coming C. Who is following the C, D? It's a terminal. So directly I can write. If it is a terminal, no issues, directly write it. And see, no, anywhere else C is coming here, C is coming. C is followed by nothing. If nothing is followed, we have to find the follow of the left hand side. Follow of left hand side is C. C only we are finding, right? Follow of C only finding. So that's it. That's it, right? Hope you got it. Now let us go and discuss the next example 3 so that you will be little more clear in this case as well when you see this example. So here if you see first of E. So when I see first of E, so whenever I derive something out of E, who will be coming as first of T? E. So this is the only predictions for E. And it is a non-terminal. The first symbol is a non-terminal. So further you have to derive it. What is T? T can be this one. So T can be either F and T dash. Even you can put it in the minds and also you can derive. For you to understand, I am deriving. So again, the first symbol is F. It is a non-terminal. Again, I have to derive it. So E, F, come to F. F have two choices. Either it can be this production or this production. So when I take the first production, F can be derived as ID. So it's a terminal. So one, we got it. So first of E either can be, see, when I derive, I came here. I got a terminal as a first. Either it can be ID. And if you see in the F, for F as another alternative as well. So F can be sometimes this production also. So in that case, how will I do here? F can also have another choice, this production. It can be this. This. So when I take this production. So in this case, who is the first? First is open parenthesis. Open parenthesis is also a terminal. So first of E is either it can be ID or it can be open parenthesis. Okay. And now, what is the next non-terminal to be found out? Next non-terminal is capital D. So let's capital E dash. So if you see in this capital E dash, who is the first of E? So whenever I derive something, you can look at this production itself, you can directly write it. So the first symbol when I derive is plus. Plus is a terminal, so directly I can write. So you E dash have one more production epsilon. So epsilon is also not a problem. It is a terminal, so directly write it. And now when you come here for T, first symbol is F, which is a non-terminal. So let us derive. T can be F T dash. It is a F is a non-terminal. So further I have to derive F. So as I already know, F has two options. Either it can be directly ID. So in that case, is T can derive ID. For T, you have one more option. F, you have one more option. What is the another one option for F? That is, it can be open parenthesis E and close parenthesis, this production. In this case, what is the first? Open parenthesis. So I'm going to write open parenthesis. So these are the two first. Now let us come here for this T dash. It is very easy, right? When you look at the first of T dash, which whenever I use this production, the first symbol which I get it, star, which is a terminal. Since it is a terminal, directly write it. And one more is epsilon. So directly I can write. And in the F as well, first symbol ID or open parenthesis. So you have two production. In this production ID is a terminal. So usually ID will be in the small letters, then operators are all considered to be the terminals, right? So here open parenthesis, that's it. We completed. Now we have to do for the follow. So if you have to see all the right hand side. By default, I told already for the start symbol, the followers by default dollar will be there. Further, you have to check. See all the production where E is there. So here E is there. Who is followed by E? Close parenthesis. So it's a terminal, so no need to check anything. Directly you can write it. Nowhere else in any of the production. In the right side, we have E, so that's it. So I closed it. Now let us go to the next. Let us see E dash. So who is the follow of E dash? So in all the places you have to check wherever E dash is coming. So this production and this production is only having E dash. So when I take the first production which have E dash, see E dash. So followed by E dash, nobody is there. So if nobody is there, what you have to do, you have to find the follow of the left hand side, that is E. What is follow of E? That is follow of E is dollar and close parenthesis, right? So one is over. And here also we have another thing, E dash. So followed by E dash, nothing is there. So you have to find the follow of E dash. So again, the same thing only, right? So that's it. Because that's what we are finding. And now we have to find the follow of T. So we have T in two places, here as well as here. So for you to understand, let me write it. Like the production which have E in the right side. So first one is this production, E derived T E dash. So here we have T. So who is following this T? E dash is following. E dash is following means it is a non-terminal, so I have to derive it. So what are the derivations of E dash? One is plus T E dash. So what is the first of this one? Plus. So I can write, it's a terminal, so write plus. So this is one production. And if you see here, for this, when I derive this E, one is this option. And what is the other option for this epsilon? Which means what? Which means what? So this epsilon can also be, this E dash can also be epsilon. What is the meaning of it? It is epsilon means it can be empty. So nothing can be there also. So followed by T, E dash, if I substitute E dash as epsilon, nothing will be there. So after T, nobody will be coming. So if nobody is coming, you have to see what, see the follow of the left hand side. What is follow of the left hand side? E. So what is follow of E? It is dollar and close parenthesis. So include that as well. Got it? So that is this T is over. Now we have to do for this T. So let me write that production as well for you to understand it clearly. So let me write E dash derived plus T E dash. So here is a T. So who is following this T E dash? Again, I have to write all the derivations of E dash. So one is it is starting with plus T E dash. So directly I can write plus here. So already pluses I have given, no issues. So it can be again, E dash can be epsilon in that case. In that case, see, one option for E dash is this production. So what is the other option of E dash? Other option of E dash is epsilon. So E dash, see here, other option of E dash is epsilon. If E dash become epsilon, then what is the meaning? Nothing is there after T. If nothing is there after T, you have to say the follow of E dash, that is left hand side. So follow of E dash. What is follow of E dash? Dollar and close parenthesis. Dollar and close parenthesis is already there, right? So we don't want to repeat it. That's it. Now we have to find the follow of T dash. So look at all the productions wherever T dash is coming in the right hand side of the production. So if you look at here, where are T dash is coming? Two places T dash is coming. One is T derives F T dash. So in this case, if you see after T dash, nobody is coming. So what will you do? You have to find the follow of the left hand side. So follow of T. What is follow of T? T plus dollar and close parenthesis. So this is done. And here also we have T dash. After T dash, nothing is there, right? So you have to say the follow of T dash. That is what we are finding. So nothing. That's it. Now the last one, F. Have to see all the derivations where all the productions where F is coming in the right hand side. So here is one F. So let me write the production. T derives F T dash. So F is followed by what? T dash. So this T dash is a non-terminal. So I have to write the derivation of it. So it is star F T dash. So star F T dash. That is this production, right? T dash can be derived like this. So in this case, who is the first symbol? So after this star will be coming as a follower of this here. So I can write star here. So star can be written. So this T dash only derived as this. T dash also have another symbol as epsilon. If T dash become epsilon, in that case, what happened? This T dash became epsilon. So meaning of epsilon, nothing is there. So F followed by nothing. So you have to, if F is followed by nothing, you have to say the follow of left hand side, that is capital T. So what is the follow of capital T? You have this many symbols, three symbols. So add that also, plus dollar and close parenthesis. That's it, right? So one is this. Okay, so and we have one more production which has F in the right hand side. Let me write that as well. So T dash derives star F T dash. So in this case also I have F. Who is following T dash? Again, T dash is a non-terminal. So write the derivations. So in this case, who is the first? Star. So star is already there. So again, T dash has one more option. What is that? Epsilon. So in that case, if it is epsilon, so which means empty. F is followed by nothing means follow of T dash. Follow of T dash contain what? Plus dollar and close parenthesis. So plus dollar and close parenthesis is already there. That's it. So this is how we have to find the first and follow for this grammar. The last example, I hope in this example, now I don't want to write all this in the side. Hope you can directly say it, right? So now you look at S. What is the first of S? First of S is capital A. So we have to further go to A. Go to A and see one option is D. So D. And A also have another option, that is B. So when you come to B, B can be G or epsilon. So I can write G or epsilon, right? So this is, so for this production we completed. Now S can be C, B, this also. So capital C is a non-terminal. So go to capital C and C, you have another option, H. And epsilon is already there. Now come to S has has another production, capital B and small a. So if I read, this is a non-terminal. So go to B. B means G and epsilon. G and epsilon is already there. So we have all this. D, G, epsilon, H, and that's it, right? So all are there. And don't forget about this epsilon. See, when I take okay, now the factors, I'll write it anyway. CS derives A, C, B. In this case, A is there. So A can be derived as one is D, A. So in this case, I took D and I put it here. And we have another production for A. What is another production for A? That is, B can be also A, and this can also be C. So B can be derived as G. So I included G. And B can also be derived at epsilon, right? So if this become an epsilon, who can be following that? So this become epsilon. A can, I'll write it. B, right? So B can be either it can be G. So we wrote this B can also be what? Epsilon. So nothing is there. In that case, who will be coming? C. So C should also be there, right? So this epsilon you should not forget, okay? So this is one production. Let us take the next production of yes. What is the next production of yes? Yes derives capital CB. Okay. So in the C have one option as H. So H is included. C have another option, C epsilon also. If C brings epsilon, so what is the meaning of that? C become epsilon. So nothing is there. So who will be the first of yes in this case? B. So here B will also be coming. So got it B. So B is a terminal. After that, there is nothing substitution for here epsilon, right? B, it's a terminal. That's it. So we wrote it. And for yes, we have third production as well. So let us write the third production. So third production is S derives BA. So in this case, if you see, B have two options. One is B can be derived as G. So that we already wrote. And also, we have also one more alternative, also be epsilon. So in that case, B can be epsilon also, which means here nothing. So who will be the first of? Yes, it is small a. So small a also should be there. Come on, right? So these are all the, totally we have D, we have G, we have H, and B and A. C will not come because we don't have small c anyway. So, so what are the things? Final thing are epsilon, comma B, comma A. So and H. Okay. Okay. So now let us go for this one. A. So if you take this A, it is A is first is D. It's a terminal, so directly I can write D. And if you take this B, B can be G. So first one I can get G. But in this place of B, I have epsilon also. So here it is become empty. If it is empty, C will be coming. In the place of C, who is there? Two options. H. So H and also C can also be followed by one option for C is H. What is the other option? It is also epsilon, right? So I have to write epsilon as well. Okay. And now come to B. So come B have direct two terminals itself. So no problem. I can write G and epsilon. And when I check C, C also have two terminals, no non-terminals. So directly I can write both. Right now look at the follow. Okay. So follow of yes. So if you see the right hand side, nowhere S is coming. So by default, the follow of the star symbol is dollar. Now let us see the follow of A. So what is follow of A? Next to A, who is coming? That is follow of A. So if you see here, you have to write the productions which have A in the right hand side. So if you see here, we have one production which have S derives A, C, B. So who is following this A? C is there, but C is a non-terminal. So I have to derive the C. So what are the options for C? So one option for C is H. So I can write H. Okay. So what is the other option of C? What is the other option? It is epsilon, meaning what? C can also be empty. Epsilon. So nothing is there. So who is following A then? B. So in that case, we have to write the derivations of B as well. So who are the derivations of B? G and epsilon. So G will be there. And if B can also be an epsilon, so if B became empty, after A, nothing will be there. So if nothing will be there, you have to take the follow of S. So follow of S is dollar. So G dollar. Got it? Now, what is follow of B? So in this case, follow of B is, we have to write follow of B. So write all productions wherever we have a B in the right side. So let me remove it and let me write the next productions. So one is S derives A, C, B. So here we have B followed by B, nothing is there. So we have to take the follow of this. So follow of S. So follow of S is dollar. So dollar will be coming. Now let us write the next production which have B in the right side. So that is this production. This we have three, right? So let us write this. So it is S derives C B B. So here also after B nothing is there. So follow of S dollar. Okay, let us write the next production. S derives B A. So in this case, who is following the B small a? So I can write small. Okay, so now again look at all the productions in the grammar. Do we have anywhere B? So here also we have a B, right? So let us write that as well. So it is A derives B C. So here also B after B C is coming. C is a non-terminal, so I have the derivation. So one is H. So following B, one option is H. So H can be coming. But we have another option for C as well, that is epsilon. So if I substitute epsilon here, nothing will be coming here. Epsilon means nothing will be coming. So after B, if nothing is coming, what you have to do? Follow of A. What is follow of A? I have all this. So H is already there, G is, and dollar is also there. So we have dollar A H G. So this is all. So nowhere else B is there, right? And now what is the follow of C? So we have to find the follow of C. Let us write the productions of production which have C. So here we have a C. So I say S derives A, C, B. So after C, B is coming. So I have to go and see one option is G. So I write G. So instead of B, if I substitute epsilon, so this will not be there. So C is followed by nothing. So if nothing is there, I have to say follow of S. Follow of S is dollar. Got it? So this is 4. Let us take the next production which have C in the right hand side of it. So the next production which have C is this one. So let me write S derive capital C and B. So who is following C? That is small b. So small b is a terminal, so directly I can write it. So no issues in that. So now let us go and see anywhere else C is having. Here is C is having. So it is A derives BC. C, after C, nothing is coming. If nothing is coming, I have to say the follow of A. What is follow of A? This one. HG dollar. So H I have to include. G is already there. Dollar is also there. So I have G, dollar, B, and H. So this is about the first and follow of this grammar. Hope you got it. So we have discussed 4 different examples so that you must be very clear how to find the first and follow in different cases. Hope you got it. If you have any doubt, please rewind once again and look at it so that you'll be very clear in it. Thank you. God bless you.